What's up guys, XM360 here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing another Xbox One console skin. This one's also going to be from XtremeSkins. Some of you may recall I recently reviewed their gold chrome and silver chrome Xbox One skins, and this one's going to be their walnut wood grain skin. So this one comes with the console skin and the controller skin. It goes for about £10, which is around $13. And I'll put links down below and where you can get this for yourself. In the past I've bought these off of their Amazon store, but I got this one directly from XtremeSkins.com, so I'll put that link down below in the description. This does not come with a Kinect skin. I don't use a Kinect, so that's not a big deal for me. And I don't know if I'm even really going to use the controller skin because I'm not a big fan of controller skins, but it does come with it, so I am going to put it on my controller just to show you guys what it looks like. And I'm going to do an installation, but I'm going to kind of speed it up because those take a good amount of time if you want to do it right, and if you want it to have like no bubbles and you want it to be a perfect application. It takes some time, so I don't feel like having you guys sit here for a 30-minute video, so I will speed that part up. So this right here is the package you get, and you can already see those wood grain skins. They look very nice. It's kind of, I went with the walnut, and I believe they have some other wood, different types of wood as well, but the walnut kind of has like a darker color, and I like that a lot. You get the little XtremeSkins thank you for your order card, and we have the console skins and the controller skin. What I like about XtremeSkins is that their skins come with like 20 or 30 different stickers to cover all the parts of the Xbox, whereas some other skins just come with 3 pieces, one for the top, one for the front, and one for the side. They cover every little piece of trim that you can cover besides the back and bottom of the console, so I like that a lot. And then the controller skin even covers the little top section where the bumpers are too. There's a little area that you can put a skin on, and they even cover that area, so that's nice. XtremeSkins also ships out the little kind of like a little alcohol wipe to clean off your console before you apply. And I like that their skins don't cover the little Xbox logo on the top of the system. I don't really like when skins cover that because it kind of like leaves a little bump. I think that should be left open, and they do have a little cutout for that. You can see my console is extremely scratched up, and I always have people ask me in my videos how it got that scratched up. And that's really just from bringing it from place to place in backpacks, and it was in with other cords and other devices that were scratching up against it. So my console looks awful, and that's why I always keep a skin on my console, because I hate looking at that scratched top, and I think the skins make them look really cool. And I'm just using that little alcohol wipe pad to clean it off here, but I've already cleaned most of the stuff off. It's important that you get all the dirt and dust and little particles off of there before you put the skin on to prevent any little bumps and bubbles. And another big thing is this alcohol, this little cleaning wipe wipes off the greases and oils from your hand and from your skin, because those little greases and oils and smudges they'll stop the sticker from actually sticking to the console. So you want a completely clean surface, so you should definitely use the little wipe they include to just give it a quick little wipe down and clean it off as much as you can. And I'm going to just jump right into this here. Obvious things, you should avoid touching the bottom as much as possible because that's the sticky part, and the more you touch it, the less sticky it will become. And you should kind of like start at the corners and slowly press as you go, moving any bubbles out so you don't have any bubbles in there. And be very careful with these trims. The trims can be a little bit difficult to put on. There's a bunch of different little pieces, and unfortunately there's no instructions included with this, but I think the instructions are on their website on where each piece goes if you needed help with that, but it's pretty self-explanatory just by looking at it. So this right here is the finished product. This is what it's going to look like once you fully install it, and I think I did a pretty good job on installing it. I like the wood grain look a lot. I did get a couple of little tiny bubbles on the top of the console, and you can't even really see them, which is the best part about this wood grain design, is that you can't even really see the bubbles. I'm going to talk about that more in the reviewing aspect of this, but I'm going to do the controller really quick, and then I'm going to show you guys in different lighting levels and tell you what I think about the skin. Now, like I said before, I absolutely hate controller skins. I've never really found one that adheres perfectly because of that curved, the curved nature of the controller. I think it's tough to get a skin that doesn't have any wrinkles in it. But this is the finished product right here, and you can see there's a lot of areas that aren't sticking. There's a lot of little bubbles, areas that it's peeling off, and I just can't get it to stick no matter how many times I press it down. and I have a lot of those classic little creases on the bottoms of the skin that you get with like all controller skins. I don't like controller skins really, so I wasn't expecting too much out of this one, but this one's really not sticking very well at all, so not a big fan of that. I'm going to kind of use this to move on to the reviewing aspect now and talk about how I like the skin. And I'm going to start off with the console. So overall I was very pleased with the console skin. The footage you're seeing right here was shot about a week after installing it, so I was very pleased. I only saw very, very little tiny bubbles on the top of the console, and there's only like a small handful, maybe 5 tiny little ones. And I don't think that's the skin's fault. I think I just didn't pay enough attention when I was installing it, and I allowed a couple of bubbles to form without pushing them out. You can't even really see it in the video. I'm going to try to get a shot of it for you, but you can't really see it because they're so small, and because of that wood grain and the texture, it's really hard to see them. But you can, if I zoom in, you can just kind of slightly see them, and they're not noticeable at all really, so they're not a big issue with me. It was very easy to install. I mean, it's pretty much just matching up what size piece fits where, and if you don't know how to do it, then I'm pretty sure the instructions are on their website. The only issue I had with peeling was on this one little corner right here on the first and second day after installing. That little corner kind of came unpeeled and I had to firmly press it down. After the second day, it hasn't peeled whatsoever, so it seems to be on there pretty good now, and I'm not worried about that. So overall, I'd give the skin itself a very good review. I'd give it, the console skin, I would give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10, probably a 9 out of 10. I like the look of it. I think it looks really good in all lighting levels. It kind of makes the console look a lot classier and a lot cooler. And I really wish that they made consoles that were painted this way, because I think that would be very cool. Moving on to the controller, you guys know my thoughts on that already. I don't really like controller skins, so I'm a little bit biased going into it, but one thing looking back that I probably did wrong was I didn't use that little alcohol wipe on the controller, so there probably was a lot of hand grease on there, and that's probably why it didn't stick in certain spots. So I really can't criticize them on that, but I think the issue I had with it was at the bottom of the skin, it still had those little creases, those little folds, because it's curved and the skin itself is flat, so when you apply a flat skin to a curved surface, you are going to have those little creases no matter what. And that's really why I don't like controller skins at all. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it. I don't really like controller skins. This one was okay. I bet if I cleaned my controller a bit better, it would have came out better. But that's my thoughts on that. If you are going to use the controller skin, just make sure you clean off your controller a lot with some sort of alcohol pad, maybe the one they include. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my review of the XtremeSkins Walnut Xbox One console skin. I hope you guys found this review helpful, and if you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for a bunch of awesome gaming-related reviews just like this. And as always, guys, thank you for watching from XM360.